Hello there, guys. It's a Saturday evening. Sun's going down. It's not quite going down yet, but it's out there. It'll be dark in a matter of time. There's more damn graffiti on the sidewalks out there, and I'm not going to go too much into that right now. Been working a lot of overtime. I've worked 84-hour week this past November. It's not that much overtime. I'm working now. It's about 55 hours a week right now, basically 11 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I've been sleeping a lot since, yesterday to, got to rebuild my stamina and the whole thing. Got home yesterday, Friday evening, took a nap, and I still got full 10 hours of sleep even after the nap, because you stay up for a little while, watch a little video here or video there, whatever. Then I got up and, just did a couple of menial tasks, and then took another nap this afternoon and just got caught up with all my sleep. And I feel good. I feel good in that way. I feel rested. I want to talk just a little bit about debt slavery and the education industrial complex. The educational industrial complex. Just a little bit. Because it came up yesterday at work. I have a bachelor's degree. I'm still doing warehouse work. There's a guy that I work with that he used to be an architect. And he went to a good school for, engineering and architecture. But he's working there too. He's working where I work. And it's just the nature of it. A lot of people I know that got degrees, they don't have jobs where they're using their degree. They have jobs, but it's just in a different field than what they studied. There's this site that I do not recommend you go to because I understand there's viruses there. But I got some information there. It's called Rational Wikia. Rational Wikia. It's like a Wikipedia for conspiracy theorists. But I heard it's not very secure. And they talk about Bush derangement syndrome. They talk about, the crazy symbols at the Denver International Airport, alluding to martial law and Illuminati and all that. And they talk about debt slavery. I think I got education industrial complex from somewhere else, but it's akin to the military industrial complex, which Dwight Eisenhower, as president before he left office, he warned the country and the world about. We have a for-profit system, capitalistic system, where private companies supply the government with arms. And it's in their vested interest that there are wars going on. Do they care if they're just wars or not? Do they care if they're preemptive wars? Probably not. In 1979, it became legal for private companies to use prison labor. Prisoners answer phones. People know that they make license plates, but they do a lot more than that now. And they've subcontracted a lot of the prisons themselves from the state to private companies. So you got the prison industrial complex. You got all these private companies that have a motivation. In the medical field, you might have a motivation to not do surgeries. Hypothetically, if if it costs too much, you know? It's a for-profit system. And then you hear people say, well, it's still the best system there is, and, you know, people could debate that all they want. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about debt slavery and the education industrial complex, because this place got broken into where I'm at. And I had a couple laptops stolen. But I want to talk about something that's a little weird, because on this Homer Cocktail 49 channel, I did a piece called The Tulpa Effect and Slender Man. I'm not a believer in mainstream science. I write of a lot of fringe science. Some people call it pseudoscience. Sometimes they overlap. But I'm a believer, like Carl Jung, that dreams have meaning and there's a collective conscious, and we could tap into it and we could interpret stuff. Now, what I'm about to tell you, you kind of have to take my word for, is that every few years I have dreams that are beyond coincidence, that have some kind of connection to stuff that's gone on in life. I was in Chicago in 1998, for example. And I probably talked about who it is in a different video, but I won't talk about who it is. But somebody talked to me in a dream, and his face was smashed in the dream. And it was a bad dream, you know, pretty much like a nightmare. And then when I got home from vacation in Chicago, sure enough, this person had gotten in a bar fight and someone knocked out a couple of his teeth. And I'd say on average 3 years or something. It's just a guess. Where I have a dream like that. Now, before this place was broken into, I had a night terror, okay? And we've had a lot of earthquakes here in Southern California. So sometimes we have, I mean, they're not like major earthquakes, they're like small tremors, but I woke up in the middle of the night from one of these nightmares, and I figured, oh shit, it's an earthquake. That's what's going on. I'm feeling all these crazy emotions because the earth around me is shaking, you know. But what happened is, in the back of one of my books, there's a background building of a casino. I'm not going to mention the casino right now. You can go online and find it yourself if you want. And the man that represented that casino is an old white man with white hair, very much balding. He's very strung out and irate. I happen to have an outstanding student loan. And this man said, "You owe us $70,000. I was very mad, very mad. So, here's what I'm talking about. I had those laptops stolen. The stuff that was stolen from me was very specific, and it had to do with my writing stuff. My passport is gone. I didn't mention that in the other videos, but it was in my book bag that had one of my laptops. And the other thing that I missed until I went into one of the rooms out there was this Windex kind of bottle. It was a different kind of cleaning solution, but it was like a Windex bottle. And propped up against the fucking Windex bottle was one of my old student loan notices. And believe me, I have a plan to pay all that off. Our country is $1 trillion with outstanding student loans collectively. There's a lot of outstanding student loans. You know, the economy isn't what I thought it'd be. So I'm a believer, and I talk about the Federal Reserve a lot. I talk about the banking families. You could go ahead and Google 13 families of the Illuminati that control our world. 88 people, it's probably less now, but 88 people own 50% of the world's wealth. So there's something strange out there going on. In my fiction, I write about it. In my book, it's the contrarians versus the Scoundrels, and I attribute the last names of these 13 families to the Scoundrel side. And I make sure that I'm not talking about anyone specific, and I did my research about if someone coincidentally had that name or not. But it's 10 minutes. Is this a fucking cosmic or whatever? Anyway, it's 10 minutes, and I like to leave it 10 minutes. I'm about to do my laundry. Tomorrow's Father's Day, and you know, make out of it what you want. You know, freaking helicopters, huh? All right, there we go.